Some quick follow-up thoughts to the video that I made the other week around AI's biggest problem. The short version of that video is that AI, at least generative AI, LLM-based AI, is lacking a clear value proposition right now, and that is becoming a huge turnoff for people who are exposed to the technology, which is pretty much everyone. One of the biggest bits of fallout, and something that I didn't get to in that video, is around education, specifically what happens when we become so disillusioned by a piece of technology that we either resist it or outright reject it. Adoption of any new technology is going to require a certain degree of friction, and we've seen plenty of poor applications or just plain dumb applications of AI so far, and that is a bad form of friction and a bad level of friction. We have to acknowledge that this type of friction does exist and accept that there is a certain level of friction we're going to be subject to and required to work through when it comes to learning new technology and deriving value from it. If you grew up in the MySpace era, and even if you didn't, what we were doing then is that we were effectively teaching ourselves HTML code, and we were clunking through this. It was going to forums, it was trial and error, it was asking other people, it was Googling certain things. We didn't get it right on the first time, and often it took us a while to get to the end result that we wanted. The point of that anecdote is that we are going to need to take on this same mentality when it comes to learning to work with AI. Along the way, it's going to be really tempting to drop AI at any given point because of this good friction where we have to kind of learn and clunk through something, and bad friction where we're exposed to just really poor applications of AI. Learning a new tool or technology and developing new workflows or processes with it is generally not quick, and it's not easy. I think this year in particular is where we're really going to see that split open up between those who have chosen to grow and accelerate alongside AI. They figured out how to use it in ways that benefit them or apply it to problems in novel and productive ways, and those who have dropped the technology and are going to inevitably be left behind. As an aside, if you work at a holding company, you have access to some of the most robust and logical applications of AI, particularly from a platform perspective, of anyone in the industry right now. Even if you just think that this is an amalgamation of AI wrappers or API connections, lean in and figure out how these platforms work, or maybe more importantly, how they don't work. Because here's the thing. If you're working at one of these holding companies, the odds are that you have access to some of the brightest minds who are working on AI right now. Identifying problems, developing solutions to those problems, and then working alongside the powers that be to implement those solutions is a form of job security. And listen, as someone who used to have to spar with product fairly often over features or functionalities that I thought could be improved or my peers thought could be improved, I understand that not every idea is going to be implemented, or at least implemented immediately. But giving this feedback is an easy way to increase your value and demonstrate that you are thinking more deeply and complexly about the platform that your company has likely dumped mega money into developing. Don't allow your education around AI to stall out just because there seems to be more negatives than positives or harms than benefits.